Yeah, no, it was pretty surreal, really. It was a pretty special day yesterday, and standing up there, singing the national anthem, and getting a good win first game. So it was couldn't have asked for much more. Yeah, I mean, it just made it all the more special. But I suppose lucky enough to be with the team now for a few weeks, and part of the Test squad, the one-day squad, and now the 2020 squad. So I suppose. That's testament to the group and how I suppose comfortable I'm feeling now around the group, and I suppose it just allowed me to be quite relaxed and just try and soak up the experience. There's always some nerves, and I suppose being such a long road, and then sort of getting to the stage where you've always sort of dreamt of being, is there was always some nerves, and so I suppose the scenarios play over in your head. But I think being around the group now and seeing what it's all about, and training and preparing and then running the drinks for these last few weeks sort of held me in pretty good stead, and I felt quite comfortable. And I suppose you revert back to the things like wicket-keeping, batting, the things that you do at domestic cricket day in, day out. And I suppose I felt as comfortable as I could have, I think.
In terms of coming into the environment, you mentioned obviously you've had those different experiences. What have you sort of thought of the Black Caps team, and has it surprised you? Has it been different to what you thought?
Yes and no. I mean, a lot of it's it's very professional setup, and you're very well looked after, and so everyone just goes out there and does the job. But it's also, I suppose, surprised me a bit how relaxed the group is, and around everyone backs each other to go out there and do their skills, and it's quite a nice feeling having a relaxed environment when you come into it, because it allows you to be free and be yourself. And so I suppose I've really enjoyed that side of it.
In terms of the match itself, obviously there were some early wickets. You were batting at 3, so you're in the middle early, and then obviously with your role as a keeper, you're right in the thick of the game. What did you actually make of the game yesterday?
Yeah, no, it was a good game of cricket. I think the wicket was probably a little bit trickier than we maybe might have expected, especially early on with that new ball. But I suppose the way Glenn batted is just testament to if you do the hard yards and get yourself in, then you can sort of catch up in the back end. So I think that's a good learning going forward. And I think, we're a pretty professional outfit. I think our fielding was really good, and I was impressed with the way we bowled. I think there's a few things to sort of tweak, and we've had some good conversations around that. So I'm looking forward to seeing what we can bring tomorrow.
Lockie Ferguson was very complimentary of your work behind the stumps. Obviously took 2 catches. How did you find keeping on that wicket and keeping to our bowlers?
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I mean, I played a lot of cricket against a lot of these guys, but actually being behind the stumps and seeing it from the best seat in the house was pretty good, seeing Lockie bowl and his skills, and then keeping to, obviously, Mitch and Ish played a lot of cricket with those guys, being my age over the years, the last decade. So it was cool to actually get behind the sticks and see their skills in full force, and be able to hopefully be a part of hopefully taking some wickets for them over the next few games.
Nice. In terms of those next few games, you just touched on it briefly there in terms of small tweaks to make for games 2 and 3. In terms of that next challenge of the Irish for the rest of the series, what are those key things to look at for these next 2 games?
Well, I think we've just got to keep focusing on what we do. They're obviously a good side, and they've brung a lot of competitiveness. But I think if we can just tighten up our plans and be really clear on what our best ball is on that wicket, because I think that's the challenge, is different wickets, and you need to just make sure that you're really clear about what you're bringing. And I think if we can just get that clarity, I think we'll improve our performance even more.
Sorry, Dane, just one last one there. Obviously, you're lucky enough to, in the change of times now, we can have families travelling with us, and you're able to have your family there to watch you make your debut. What was that like?
Yeah, no, that was pretty special. I think all those feelings and standing there, singing the national anthem and all the sort of feelings that come up with that, it was made even more special by having them there. And obviously, it's the reason why we play the game, like seeing my little boy up in the stand, and obviously my wife, who's been with me there for the last decade as I've sort of progressed my career. So I think it was just as special for them as it was for me, and looking forward to hopefully some more games for New Zealand when they can be a part of it too.